Hello again from Kobayas. We're back with another section of the S Plus Mod Spotlight. This time we're going to talk about some of the crafting improvements that have been made and a lot of the farming automation additions to the game. The first thing we're going to discuss, if you've ever played S Plus before, you're probably already aware of it, but if you haven't, you can automatically pull resources from your inventories anywhere anywhere within a range, into an inventory for crafting. So if I want to make spark powder, if I want to make 100 spark powder, I just put 100 in here, and then I click these little four arrows, and poof, all my stuff is there. If I have something that I need to repair, I can click this little repair gear icon that works on both sides. So if it's for my personal crafting, I use this side. For inventory crafting, you use this side. And so if you have something you need to repair, you click that. And in this case, I don't have enough resources on this map for that, but it would just pull in everything you need, and then you can repair your items right there. The next item, this is unlocked at level 105. This is the S Plus Transfer Control Unit, and this is basically an advanced transfer tool that exists in the world and gives you a button. So you want to start out by saying Edit Transfers, and this looks exactly like the S Plus Transfer tool. So we're going to pick a preset, and then we're going to say from our dedicated storage, we're going to take flint and stone, and we're going to put those into our mortar and pestle, and we're going to put 100 of each. And so then we're going to take this, save that preset, and then we can rename it to spark powder, and then we're good. So then you want to hold down the wheel again and choose set active transfer, choose which one you want, and then anytime you press that button, it's going to go throw the items that you specified into each one of these. So press it again, it sends more stuff over, and that's a really handy way to move a lot of items. Like, I like to put one of these on my grinder and have it set to dump all the resources that I grind back into my dedicated storages. Super handy, really easy. The next thing we're going to talk about is some of the farming stuff. So when in order to help with the farming, you get a couple buddies. You've got a few friends to help you out with. This guy, the S Plus Item Collector, his main job is to pick up poo. He can collect a few other things too, sterile eggs and a cotton to paste, pallets, and things like that. I keep an item collector at my base with a bunch of female Uties that are just hanging around. They lay sterile eggs, and he picks them up, and I use those to make extraordinary kibble. It's a quick and easy way to have a lot of eggs on hand at all times. Um, but in this case, we're gonna be using him for poo. So we're gonna have our friend the Phiomia here. We feed him some stimberries, and he's gonna make a nice little poo factory for us here. So within short order, our friend the item collector is gonna go ahead and pick up those poos, and he'll take them, and we can show range. So he's going to pick up any poo that's in this area. He's already picked those up, and he's got some of them in his inventory, but he's going to have sent some of those to our compost bins, or, excuse me, to our dung beetles. And so if you're not familiar with dung beetles, you can leave them on wander and load them up full of poo, and they'll slowly process that poo into fertilizer and oil. So that's a pretty easy way to get fertilizer automated. You just leave this running. If you're using compost bins, you need to have them full of thatch. If you're using dung beetles, you just need to have a little pen or put them in jails, and you'll just get an endless supply of fertilizer just from the poo laying around your base. So then this guy over here, the S Plus farmer, he's going to collect poo. He's going to collect fertilizer from both of these sources. Of course, again, anywhere within his range, which is about the same size. He's going to collect the fertilizer from there, and he's going to automatically distribute it to all the crop plots that are in the area that he can reach. And so that's a great way to keep your crop plots automatically fertilized. You don't have to do anything. So just without me doing a thing, everything's the fertilizer gets made, it gets put into the right place and all that. And then this friend over here, the S Plus gardener, she will go and harvest your crop plots. So she'll go and pick up any berries or crops that have been that have grown, and she'll keep them in her inventory. Unfortunately, she does not act as a refrigerator, so you do want to keep tabs on her from time to time. What I usually do is just get my basic transfer tool out, right click on her to set her as the source, and then left click on an inventory to set it as the destination, and then you've got all that stuff over there. This is another great example of when it makes sense to use an advanced transfer control unit. You put one of those down anywhere in the base near your main crafting stuff, and just anytime you're by, you press the button, and it'll automatically unload all the stuff from her, put it in your storages, and you're solid. There's another friend down this way called the S. I've actually never used this. I just found out about it recently. The S Plus Harvester, and this guy, when you activate it, will harvest anything that he can within a particular area. So you see, just by turning him on, we got wood, thatch, we got berries. From what I understand, if there's stone in the area, you can get stone. And I think you can increase his output by giving him a tool. So again, I've not used that much. Feel free to play around with that one and experiment yourself. I just found out that was in here. Another super cool S Plus thing is that with the S Plus water intake, you don't need water. You don't need to be anywhere near water. So we can put this foundation up here. And for the record, this base is pretty high up in the air. It's nowhere near water. It's not anywhere near finished yet either. But so we're way, way, way up in the air. Nowhere near water at all. And if we take a water intake, it can be stone or metal, and you just put that down anywhere, you'll see that it turned blue, and we can put a stone tap on there and get water out of it right away. It's just pouring water, and there's nothing actually under here. Oh, let's see. If I can pick up this foundation, pick up that foundation, there's no water. Magic. Okay, the next bit actually relates more towards breeding, at least early game breeding, and even late game. You're going to use some of that stuff too. So I'm going to take my dino here, and I'm going to turn this guy on for breeding. The two ladies next to him are already set. In a minute or two, they're going to have some eggs out. Once those eggs drop, the fertilized eggs, this friend here, the dodo, when he's activated, he'll just go ahead and pick them up automatically. And he will hang on to them and cook their incubation timers down to 1 out of 100 over there. So I've got a pair of eggs that have already been dodofied. And when we take those and pop them down, they're going to hatch in just a moment. And we can claim these. So claim... I can't type. Claim one, claim the other, and then our friend the nanny takes over. So usually it's a big pain in the butt to go and keep tabs on your babies, and 14 more minutes I got to go imprint them, and I got to make sure that they have enough food to live and all that. But if you have an S Plus nanny, you have her activated, and you fill her up full of meat, she'll take care of all of that for you. She will handle all the imprinting for your new tames, and she will make sure that they're fed. There you go. She just put 10 meat into them. Now the babies are eating, and as they grow, for every point that they mature, they're going to start imprinting. It doesn't exactly happen 1-to-1 in real time, but you'll notice that as it goes along, when the baby is about 60% grown, it's about 60% imprinted, and most of the time it ends up at 100% imprinting. Let's see. How are these guys coming along here? Okay, so we've got our eggs just about hatching. One more moment. A little bit of patience. And also, all of these items right now are being powered by a tech generator. So each individual one has its own methods of. So that this one uses propellant for fuel. So if you don't have a tech generator yet, you can power all these. This one uses beer. This guy uses, I think it's Kalian soup. She will take, what was it? I forget what you used to power her. Oh, hey, so our eggs have laid. The dodo has picked them up. And now you can see it's slowly just kind of cooking the egg incubation timer from 100 down to 1. And so when we come by later, these will be all ready to hatch. You pull them out, drop them on the ground, they'll almost insta hatch, and you're good to go. The final thing that we're going to talk about today, let's see, let's get a little bit of gamut here so we can see, is the auto crafter, which is unlocked at level 105. So you're going to be far along in the game before you start using this. But this is a really cool little pyramid. And what you do is you put other crafting stations inside of here. Okay, and then so you say select your crafting station, and you're going to say, let's say my smithy, and you're going to select a recipe for ammo. And oh, I don't think I have any. Let me not do that. Let me do. Let's see if we can anchor this out. So we start crafting, and then over here we click on this little wild card icon. We put how many we want to make, and we send one. Click the little pull thing, and as soon as those items arrive in the inventory, boom, it insta crafts whatever it is you're looking for. It works with the tech replicator, the smithy. It does not work with the industrial forge, and I'm not sure about the industrial cooker or the industrial grill. I haven't tested those out. But it's a really, really handy thing, especially if you're crafting, like if you need to craft 300 stone walls, you can set this. One of the options for crafting stations is your character. So that's anything that you craft right in your personal inventory. So I could say stone wall, S plus stone walls, fine, start crafting, and then I want 100 of those so I can pull the resources, and it's going to, boop, there we go. I've got 100 stone walls. Didn't take me an hour to craft it. So that's a really, really handy tool, but again, it does come in a little bit later in the game. All right, hopefully y'all have enjoyed this, learned a little something, and let me know if there's anything else I can tell you about. Cheers.